Ready for this?
All right, footy fans, get ready for another episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Here are your hosts, P.J. and Breno.
Y'all ready for this?
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast, where the footy's hot, the outtakes are hotter, and us Knights fans, well, we're booing our own team, or the coach, or maybe just booing life in general. We're not really sure anymore, but one thing's for sure though, Adam O'Brien knows football, and apparently we don't. But don't worry, he took a lap the next day and apologised to us non-football knowing diehards. But meanwhile, in a performance worthy of a TV week Logie, Mitchell Moses earned himself a Logie nomination in the new category, Best NRL Player in a Dramatic Fall, after a kick-out brushed his leg on a kick. And boom, sin bin, penalty, sure. Sin bin, yeah, not so sure.
No.
Unless he's going to go for a roll at home and away. But anyway, plenty to unpack here for the weekend, and I'm not doing alone. Joining me, as always, the man with more takes on Rabbitohs than Moses has acting awards. It's PJ. How you going?
Hey, man, how you doing? Wow, home and away. I think Alpha Stewart would be calling the flaming galah to Mitchell Moses.
He's a flaming galah.
What are you doing on the ground, you flaming galah? Oh, but the Knights, Adam O'Brien, talking about missing the target. Like,
What a dickhead.
bagging the
There's no other word.
fans, bagging the players who fair dinkum came out and played terrible. Then the players react to the fans being so sad and put on one of the greatest comebacks ever to win the match. If the fans don't boo Breno,
Yeah,
the Knights don't win that
I
match.
did.
I'll tell you right now, the fans deserve the 2 points in that game.
absolutely. Yeah, so,
Massive weekend. Lots of big scores. We'll get right into it.
absolutely. So, well, yeah, bugger me. Like, seriously, let me paint you a picture anyway, PJ, and for the viewers. So, firstly, where the hell has Newcastle Knights been this year? Finally, they figure out how to score some points, but not before being down 16-0 at halftime and copping that massive boo from the diehard home fans on one of them. But start up the bus, as my one-eyed eagle friends Swanee would say, when the Knights are behind on the score. The Knights come back in the second half, scoring every 10 minutes to catch the Seagulls. And then the finish, PJ, oh my God. It was like the 97 grand final all over again. And
Freaking amazing,
it was
mate.
brilliant. In fact, the scores were exactly the same at one stage. It was 22-16, but in Manly's favour, the Knights got to level it up with only a couple of minutes to go, and game went into golden point. Wobbly 2-point field goal attempt by DCE went wayward. Knights did the impossible, and off a Ponga bomb. I got it here. It comes off Hunt for Ponga to glide over the line, just like Darren Albert in '97. And Knights win. I had no voice after this game. It was a great win. I couldn't believe it. It was scream the house down.
And you could jump into last week's live chat. I was telling him the whole time, here comes the comeback. And they were all laughing at me. Here comes the comeback. I had no idea there was a comeback coming.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you now, to the Manly fans, we hate you. That's all I've got to say. To the Newcastle fans, I strongly urge you to boo the Knights as they run on
to
in
give
the
them some
first
encouragement,
half.
yeah.
to get their heads in the game, because they've got to beat the Roosters. They can't lose to the Roosters. But the Knights coming back from 16-0 down to win 22-16. The Storm did what we thought the Storm would do.
Yeah.
The Dolphins shocked the hell out of me. Another team, Breno, added to the you can't win the grand final this year. 50 points put on the Dragons. Bye-bye, Dragons.
Go
So
on.
we now have 5 teams out of the 17 that will not win the grand final. Confirmed by history, statistics. It's never happened.
It is statistics, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it happens.
Statistics. So, massive weekend. The Sharks shocked the hell out of me as well. I really thought they'd have a go.
Yeah, it was a
Terrible
shame.
performance against the Roosters. Then they have a bye, and then they come out and play like absolute bastards against a very good Warriors team, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
They
I
were in
don't
it.
know.
They were in it at half time. I thought, they might turn it around. Yeah, Warriors were just way too good in that second half.
Way too good in the second half. It was very close, 12-10 at half time as you've got there. But Fitzgibbon was on the radio today and he was trying to explain how they've conceded 82 points in 2 matches. And the answer was a pineapple. He has no idea. They've had such good defence and they've got to be a lot better. So I think tomorrow night, the big match up against the Dragons, a big local derby, I think you'll see a very fierce Sharks team.
Yeah, I'd agree with that one.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about this just before we come to air as well. And we spoke about this probably at the beginning of the year, PJ. You mentioned how bad the draw is, especially for the Rabbitohs. And when I was doing all the posts, I'm like, have a look at this. Rabbitohs in 4 weeks are playing the top 4 teams.
Yep.
It's
third, then second, then first, then fourth. And it's going to be a tough 4 weeks. We predicted this. This. So we've got some softer games after that. But, just getting a few players back this week, losing Campbell Graham.
Yeah.
We've got Cody back, and he's back out again. I think the Bunnies are going to struggle in that one. Really struggled in the second half against the Raiders. 12-0 with a minute to go. There are 3 sure things in life, Breno, I'll tell you now.
Yeah.
Taxes, death, and the South Sydney Rabbitohs conceding a try fucking 1 minute before halftime.
Always. Yeah, they were looking good at
kills
half time, but they just couldn't
kills
get it
me.
done. It was,
So 12-6 at half time, and Fairtingham didn't run back out. I know Wayne Bennett's had some amazing halftime speeches in the past. That one sucked. We should have booed him.
You should have booed him. That was the theme for the weekend. Just boo your team and they win. Yeah. Let's go jump in. Let's have a look at the ladder. Right. Bulldogs still on top. Look at that. 2 points in front of the Raiders. Titans. Well, Titans. Who would have thought that? Sitting on the bottom.
I think I tipped the Titans to come last, Breno. I actually think I did.
I rated them. I didn't have them in the 8, but I think I had them about 10th or something like that. But
yeah. I did have the Warriors 14th.
Look at that.
Let's just say they're 4 wins from making the finals, and they've still got 2 buys left. So let's just say I got that one wrong. But a lot of talk this week, Breno, online about the buys and the points table being wrong, and Canberra haven't had any buys yet. I'm like, well, Canberra haven't had any buys. They've had 11 wins, but the Bulldogs have had 2 buys, and they've been denied the chance to win those 2 games because of the buys. And considering they're 10-2, statistically, they'd probably win those 2 games anyway. So they deserve to be on top, even though they've had 2 buys where Canberra has had none. I know people disagree. What's your thought, Breno?
Yeah, well, we were talking about this before we went there, and I see you've got some strong views on that, but I just see it as, I understand that, okay, Bulldogs are on top, good on them, but Raiders haven't had a bye yet, so realistically they're missing 4 points, which that they should have. So you just got to, I don't whinge about it. I think it's just the way the game is at the moment. With everyone's got to have 3 buys, so. But I understand that, okay, Raiders have still got a few points to get for free, where Bulldogs have only got another 2 points to get. They've only got 1 more bye left, where Raiders have still got their 3. So. But it'll iron out at the end, and we'll all see what happens towards the end. It'll come into play.
Yeah, well, the Raiders have got the bye this week, their first bye, so they'll get the 2 points. The Bulldogs play South Sydney. What's going to happen there, Breno? They'll probably get the 2 points, right? 10-2.
Well, we'll talk about that.
They're only missing a couple of people. We'll get into tips in a moment, but statistically, you think in the first place, Bulldogs are going to beat the 13th, I think it was, South Sydney Rabbitohs, 12th place Rabbitohs on the points table. So I don't think it matters. I think Peter V'landys has the right idea. When we get to a 20-team competition, everyone plays everyone once, 19 rounds. The competition is then fair to all.
All right.
Job done.
It'll get there.
Let us know what you think in the comments. If you think the buys are skewing the points table, or if you think that it all evens out in the end. It really doesn't matter. There is an argument for not giving points for the buys. Raiders would then be on top as 11-3 with the Bulldogs 10-2. But again, it really doesn't matter. We all get 3 in the end.
It all, like I said, it all irons out in the end. Right, let's jump into round 15. Look out. Keep the comments coming, guys. There, good to see you is watching. It's a local derby to fire up round 15. The fifth place Sharks return to Shark Park, hosting the ever unpredictable Dragons. Cronulla are favourites according to Sportsbet, but the Red V sitting 11th will fancy an upset. These games are always fiery, with both sides desperate to climb further on the ladder after both having big losses last week, and they were big. Sharks going down 40-10 against the Wars. Dragons got smashed by the Dolphins 56-6 and find themselves on the gone list, as we've seen before. I'm taking the Sharks 13 plus.
Sharks
Go
13
hard.
plus. Yeah, I'm going 1-12, but it's at the high end of the 1-12. I think the way Fitzgibbon was said on the radio today, I'd probably go 13 plus if I heard that before I did. But yeah, I think the Sharks will definitely bounce back this week. There'll be a good win for the Shucky boys down at Shuckma. And g'day, Louise. She says go the Broncos. Hey, Louise. Nice to have you on board. And good evening, both of you from Kenley. G'day, Kenley. Who's your team, mate? Let us know in the comments. I hope they get a win this week, or at least a bye, with 7 teams on the bye.
You get the automatic 2 points that we're just talking about.
Woohoo! Yeah, man. Sharks 1-12. I'm thinking like a 28-16 kind of 1-12, Breno.
Yeah, I think after last week, either Dragons, they're going to fire up and go, shit, we had a really shit game last week. Let's do it for the fans. Or Sharks are going to run right. Yeah.
Yeah, 56-6. They have to come out. They've got to bye next week. They've got to throw 3 weeks of effort into this round, and the Sharks have to do something with 2 pathetic performances on each side of the bye.
Yeah.
This is my match of the round right here, right now.
Okay.
I know it's 5th versus 11th, but this is the match of the round for me.
Cool. All right.
Local derby.
Friday the 13th might spell bad luck for someone, but will it be the last place Titans or the 9th place Seagulls? Manly are firm favourites, but we've seen stranger things happen on the Gold Coast. And Manly dead set switched off last week with the dramatic loss to the Knights. Can the Titans finally click, or will the Seagulls soar up the ladder with a clinical performance? Also, DCE's dropped out of Queensland Origin team, so and the captaincy, surprisingly. So he'll be playing, I'm assuming.
Yep, he is playing.
There he is. He's on there. Yeah.
He is named no Tino Fasul Maalawi. Nearly hurt myself that time. But DCE in the Manly team with Tommy Turbo, Jason Saab back from injury, huge in. Matt Lodge onto an extended bench. He was out in the media this week giving advice on parenting values and that sort of thing. He's definitely someone I look to for values and morals, I must say. So well done, Matt Lodge, for that. Fair dinkum. But Manly will win this one, and will win this one fairly strongly. I
think so, yeah.
We're both going 13 plus.
13 plus for sure.
They should have won last week.
As long as they turn up. As long as they have a second half like they did last week, they might be in trouble. But
put the Q in the rack last week at half time, and the Titans, they were very average against, in fairness, a Broncos team that were right up for the challenge, who'd played a couple of really poor matches before. So I can't see the Titans giving any result here at all.
Just because you just mentioned the Broncos, a couple of things I wanted to talk about there with the Broncos. And I know Lou's a Broncos fan. She'll probably not like what I'm going to say, but
go easy, Louise.
Their jersey last week. What did you think of it? They had that all black.
I thought the All Blacks were playing.
I thought the exact same thing. Even the white number on the back. I'm like, I like the idea. The concept behind it was brilliant. Yeah, well done for the mental health
Black
side
Dog
of
Foundation.
it. Black Dog Foundation.
Great cause.
It was really sleek. If you look at it really close, it looks really cool. But when you're watching on TV, it just does not work. Everything's all black, and a bit like Louise's soul.
I think you mean SOUL there, Louise, not the bottom of your foot. But anyway, It was weird having the black sponsors on the black jersey, I have to say.
Everything was
don't know if
blacked
the
out.
sponsors were
When
very
you
happy
got a bit of
about
an
them.
angle, because I think there was a bit of rain too, wasn't there? You got to see a shimmer of the logos, and that was cool. But yeah, you got to see it right up close to really see anything. Anyway, it's not good for TV.
No, but yeah, definitely. Just my first thought was, oh, they're playing the All Blacks.
Something else that's come out of Broncos town today. I had to jump on this. This apparently is looking like there might be their new logo, or it's an attempt at a logo. I don't see it. It's absolute rubbish. No. It's terrible.
Top. Yeah, it's right up there with that bloke who made the new Juventus logo. Terrible. It's a J with black and white stripes. Oh, well done, mate. Well done. Fair dinkum.
So, yeah.
Could have done better with MS Paint, mate.
So I said, if they want to sack their marketing team, I'm available because, here we go. Here's my effort. I thought I'd throw mine in there. There we go.
Already better. It's already better, Breno. That is beautiful.
Had a bit of go on paint, and there we go. That's what I come up with.
Yep.
It's probably,
they got a leg up.
What do you reckon?
So
That one?
They're trying to get a leg up. I like it.
Oh, dear.
Let us know in the comments if you like the new Broncos black logo, or if you like Breno's colourful logo, which is more representative of the Bronco colours as well, the maroon and the brown.
Actually, yeah, you're right, Louise. I think ChatGPT would have done a better logo for him. They should have tried that.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
Deepai.com. You've been on deepai.com, Breno?
Yeah, I think so.
Very, very good if you're trying to create AI-generated images. Deepai.com. Excellent. Check it out.
All right, let's move along. I just had to throw in Broncos because they got a bye this week, so we're not even talking about them this week. Yep. Let's get into this game, though. We're going to a Saturday doubleheader, and it's crunch time for the Knights, sitting 15th and clinging to hope after that great win last week against the Sea Eagles. They host the 10th place Roosters, who are on the hunt for some consistency. Newcastle are outsiders, while the Chooks have the support by the punters coming off the bye. Will the Novocastrians faithful get a miracle at McDonald Jones Stadium? Or will the Roosters turn up the heat for their finals push? I'm hoping that the Knights will continue their form after last week's win, I should say. I have them 1-12, or I'm going to boo them.
I don't have a lot of confidence in this game, Brent. I've gone Roosters. I know they got Crichton, Connor Watson, Lindsay Collins, Toya, and Spencer Lenu out.
Yeah.
But Sam Walker's back, been rushed into the lineup. Nat Butcher on the bench. They got Dom Young back. Now Afua White. I think I've pronounced that correctly. He's back in the lineup as well. I think the Roosters might edge him out. It should be a good performance, though, Breno. You know, last time Fletcher Sharp played at fullback, I think it was his 21st birthday. Tore them apart.
He's been doing that every
Fletcher
week.
Hunt, I don't know, it must be something to do with the Fletchers up there in the Newco.
They both got mullets too.
Fletcher Hunt, what a great game last week in the second half. So, the Roosters going into a bye. Again, I've always got that. We've got one more week to go before a bye. We'll put in an extra effort.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing making me think the Roosters might edge it out, but I'm absolutely cheering for the Knights.
The Knights player scouts have got a checklist, and it's okay. Have they got a name Fletcher? Yes, tick. Do they have a sick mullet? Yes. There we go. This guy's hired.
You're in the short list.
Weird. Anyway,
you gotta love it. It'll be a good game. That'll be another really good game.
Yeah, I'm not confident, like you said, but anyway, we'll see what happens. I'll be watching it. Okay, so it's 6th versus 7th. Now, I reckon this is a game of the match, game of the round, match of the round, whatever you want to say. The Cowboys are slight underdogs at home, which is unusual, as they are strong at home. But the Dolphins, they're heading to Townsville in red-hot form, especially after annihilating the Dragons last week. Both teams looking to cement top 8 status, and with Origin stars in the mix, this one's set to be a cracker. I have got the Finns 1-12.
Katie just jumped on. She's going to the Newcastle game this weekend, Breno.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Katie. Katie's my cousin. Love you, Katie. Hope you enjoy the match. And I'm definitely cheering for the Knights, so don't worry about that.
Is she a Roosters fan?
She's no, she's a
Oh.
Newcastle fan.
Oh, is she? Oh, good eye.
She's definitely a Newcastle fan up there in Gulgong. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, this one was a hard one for me. There's a lot of playing Nanai and Bateman and Robson and Cotter and Dearden and Biliame Vele out for the Cowboys. Only Tabuai out for the Dolphins, really. So I think this will be really close. I think the Cowboys might just get it, just being home. So I'm going for them in a very close finish, 22-20, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I was just seeing later. You'll see in my naughty corner. There's 2 players from the Cowboys that were naughty last week, and they're gone.
Yep. Amazing, all the players are out, and Jackson Paulo got dropped to the bench. So,
ouch, that's a low blow, isn't it? Here we go. This one though, the ladder leading Bulldogs face off against a resurgent Rabbitohs side, still clawing. I can't even read my own shit. Anyway, they're clawing for consistency. Apparently, the Doggies are favourites, but the Bunnies could cause trouble if their attack clicks. Can South spring a Sunday surprise, or will the top dogs keep rolling? C.J. Gray is back with Latrell out for Origin, and Dogs missing Burton and Crichton. This could be a chance for the Bunnies to knock off the Dogs, and I'm actually going to go Rabbitohs 1-12. PJ.
Ooh. Yeah, no, I'm going Bulldogs 13 plus. Sadly, but Max King's also out. Kurt Mann's injured. Bunnies, Campbell Graham back on an extended bench. If he plays, I'd nearly back a South win, to be fair. Jai Gray back into the starting lineup at fullback with Latrell playing Origin. Absolute disgrace. He was dropped last week.
Yeah.
And no surprise, we got flogged in the process. Fletcher Myers, first name Fletcher, doesn't have a mullet. Maybe he might go okay.
He wouldn't go.
He's
also
onto an extended bench along with Jacob Host in the extended bench as well. So I don't think we'll see too many of those guys. I think everyone's pretty good on form. Alex Johnston last week scoring his 201st try in the history of the game. He's now just 11 short of the all-time record and 12 short of owning it in his outright. I am going the Bulldogs 13 plus, sadly, but it could be 1-12 if Campbell Graham plays.
So what do you think, talking about jerseys as well, what did you think of their jerseys from last year, last week? Last year, what's going on? I can't speak properly today.
Yeah,
the 90s inspired retro jersey, PJ, what do you think is a bit like the Castrol logo?
I hate it, mate. It looks like a sash at a beauty competition.
Looks like a soccer outfit. It looks like
terrible.
They're playing
Bring back all
FIFA
the fans
World
want them to make the freaking Minties jersey again, the 1984 Minties jersey.
Yeah,
that's what this is drawn off.
Yeah,
copy it, make it again. Yeah. Trust me now, it will be the highest selling jersey in the history of South Sydney Rabbitohs if they made the Minties jersey again. That is just the Castrol GTX bottle. Basically,
pretty much. Very clever.
But Alex Johnston.
This popped
I
up
told
too.
you don't take photos of my house.
Yeah, I was going to say sorry. This is PJ's house, everyone. But
yeah. But Alex Johnston getting closer to the record. Breno, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
When Alex Johnston breaks the record for the most tries in the history of the game,
is he going to do it? Yeah.
Do we rename the Ken Irvine medal for the top try scorer of the year to the Johnston Irvine medal?
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
Maybe a little bit controversial, but yeah, you're using both the names. Especially if he equals it and doesn't beat it, that would make sense. Because that's potential as well. I
think even if he beats it, you've got to pay homage to the fact that
he's scored the most tries. Yeah, of course you do. You can't just wipe him. Yeah.
You can't just get one and then just replace him. So I think the Johnston Irvine medal, like the Probyn Summons medal, for the top try scorer, until somebody beats it again, and then it might become the something Johnston medal, and Irvine then drops off. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think that's a great idea. Hopefully the NRL are watching. Are you watching, guys? Yeah, there we go. We'll take credit for that. Thank you.
Pretty sure Valandis doesn't watch, but let us know in the comments. What do you think? Do you think we should rename the medal when Alex Johnston breaks the record, and what should we name it? let us know in the comments. But Tyrone Munro back in this week. Lethal lethal backline for the Bulldogs, looking really solid. Lockie Galvin scoring on debut. Toby Sexton didn't look out of place. Reid Marnie absolutely looked out of place last week when he was substituted, and Toby Sexton was moved to number 9 to make way for Galvin. What were your thoughts on that, Brennan?
I don't know. Maybe they were just trying something, but they were already ahead, so it's like, let's just chuck him in and make the crowd happy. The crowd went absolute spastic when he come on. It was crazy. It was like he's already a hero, and he's played one game. He scored a try though.
He scored a try.
Yeah.
Yep.
And didn't the crowd go nuts?
Yeah, but last week they announced that Reid Marnie will be let go. He's been told to go somewhere else.
Really? Come to the Knights.
For that level of hooker, Breno, what do you think? Who's missing a hooker in the game that could take him?
We could do with a good one.
Yep.
I don't know.
To go to Newcastle.
He's probably asked too much though. He'd probably go to Parramatta. Is that where everyone's going, or the Tigers?
Yeah, well,
Tigers are
I
probably
think the Knights might be under some salary cap strain with Ponga and Brown.
Apparently, it's not
on his $12 million deal.
Yeah, but we're losing heaps of players next year.
He'd be a great pickup for whoever. He's very
absolutely.
solid number 9, despite the fact he's a dead set grub.
He's a grub, yeah.
He's a great player. He'd be a great pickup. Rabbitohs should have Brandon Smith in the next couple of weeks. He should be back available to play. And massive news with Sam Walker returning from his ACL injury this weekend. It's going to be good to see him play. I'm not a Roosters fan at all, but you hate seeing players go down with injuries like that, especially a young guy like him who's kind of taken the world by storm, signed a massive contract with the Roosters and did his ACL the next week. That hurts. So it'll be good to see him go around. I don't want him to get a win, though.
So I've seen something too, and I'll talk about it when we talk about the Origin, but Jacob Kiraz has been called up to the Blues. Apparently, Toto's got an injury cloud. It's probably just the Origin thing. Oh, this person's he might be injured. We might need to replace him. Oh, God, here we go again. Anyway.
Yeah.
That is it, isn't it? That's the last game. There's only 5 games this week, everyone. How good's that?
Only 5 games. Yeah. But Blues Queensland, what are we doing next week? Are we online for an Origin pre-match
I'm
game?
actually going to be at work for Origin next week, unfortunately. So we're going to have to do post-match next week.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so let us know in the comments what you think New South Wales and Queensland. Breno, I thought the New South Wales team, pretty much unchanged, very solid lineup. They played really well in that first game. I don't see them wanting to change too much. I'd like to see Hudson Young get a bit more time on the field. I think his form this year has just been outstanding, and getting him onto the field earlier, I think, would be a much better idea for New South Wales. Still surprised Kalal Matangi didn't get a start, but when Payne Haas and Max King are ahead of him, you can't really argue with it, can you? So Queensland, Reece Walsh didn't get the spot from Kalen Ponga, so they'll be as expected, except for DCE.
Yeah, elephant in the room there, PJ. DCE's gone.
Yeah, well, his club form has been really poor this year. He had such a good year last year. They didn't win Origin, but he started the season pretty strongly. But it's gone out the window since he's announced that he's leaving, but didn't announce where he's going. And the Manly wheels have fallen off.
Absolutely, you're not wrong there. Yeah, it's got a lot to do with that, I think.
There's only, I think, 4 or 5 points between 6th and last. But I reckon Manly are dead set gone for the season. They can't make the finals. No. But the Kurt Mann, Lindsay Collins, Nanai and Carrigan. Nanai onto the bench is an interesting one. But Capewell's a capable starter, winning many premierships in a row. I think Queensland will be up for the challenge. Never won in Perth. New South Wales have a clean sweep, apparently.
Yep.
Did not realise that.
There you go.
But it'll be a good match. I'm looking forward to it.
And Ezra Mann, everyone's getting antsy about Queensland calling him up. He's played a couple of games this year since he's been exiled and all the shit that he's been going through, and let's put him in the Queensland team.
Yeah. He's not going to play though. Let's be honest.
He's in the extended bench.
Cameron Munster. Unless Cameron Munster's broken, Cameron Munster's playing, and Ezra Mann's not a 7, so he's absolutely just going to be part of the experience without playing. So New South Wales, I think they'll be close to 13 plus in this match. I think the players that we picked that are in form, far too good for Queensland.
Sure, yeah. So there you go, Jacob Kiraz joins the Blues camp. Injury scare. There's always an injury scare. It's ridiculous.
Kiraz is out now.
Out of the Dogs, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is he?
Yes, he's playing.
Still on the website, NRL. Pull your finger out and update things.
It only happened today. It was only like a couple of hours ago.
Yep. The NRL should have fixed it. But okay. Maybe Bulldogs want to talk.
Let's go backtrack a little bit. Our tips from last week, we actually did all right. This is the best I've done all year. 6. We both got 6.
We both got 6, and we both got different 2 wrong.
Yeah.
So.
I'm like, bloody Dolphins.
Oh no, we got Manly. Sorry.
I went bloody Dolphins. He's one ahead of me, and then the Warriors come in and smashed Sharks. So it's like, we're even.
Dreadful. But Breno still got me by a point. What's your tips? Let us know in the comments. What's your score for tipping? I'm 57. Breno is 58 and currently the champion of the universe. But that could change at any moment.
We're still coming 29th or something in our comp, but anyway. So we've got a few different this week, considering there's only 5 games. The last 3
Cowboys
games.
1-12. You've gone Dolphins, and I've gone Bulldogs, and you've gone Rabbitohs. I hope you're right in that regard.
Someone will be either I'll still be in front or I'll be behind. There's no 2 ways about it this week.
Unless we get 1 each right.
Or there's a draw. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
That could happen. There we go. There's a tipping
Put your house on.
chart.
Still leading
He's smashing it. 3 points in front of second. Yeah, there we are. We're 19th and 22nd. So.
Yeah, I've got a good mate, Kobe. He's from my soccer club.
Yep.
And he tells me he watches the podcast. So g'day, Kobe.
There you go.
He's in our tipping competition, but he won't tell me who he is.
One of the 2 people watching.
He won't tell me who he is. So he says he's been up there for a
Probably,
while. So
he's probably the ESPN one that doesn't have
I
a
reckon
proper
he's
name.
the 77.
Oh, he's got a picture there now. We'll have to go back and have a look at that.
Doesn't match up with his year of birth. But Burnsy, Dave, my good mate, he's 7th now, equal with DT. I have had it confirmed, by the way, by Katie. Hi, Katie. That Evelyn is not my auntie Evelyn, Katie's mum.
Oh.
It's not her. It's a different Evelyn. So, Flopster's still right up there with Amelia as well. There's plenty of form in the tips.
It's moving up and down a little bit. Now, apart from Put Your House on it, he's been on it. Put Your House has been number 1 since like round 4 or something.
It's been a while, yeah. So 9 points ahead of me, 8 points ahead of you, Breno. Put Your House on it. You should be texting us some information. Hey, we'll get you on as a guest.
We'll get you on the show.
We'll get you on as a guest attendee to the show.
Give us your tips.
Send us a private message. DM us. That's what we say these days.
Boo! Naughty corner time. And
Breno.
Dear, oh dear. Hang on there.
Dear, oh dear.
Anyway, Dill Brown is out for doing something everyone wants to do, and that's knock over a referee. John Bateman and Viliami from the Cowboys, 1-match suspension from last week, and surprisingly, or not, Kikau missed suspension as his charge was thrown out of the judiciary, as it was ridiculous, him even being sent off the field. Judiciary actually saying Moses milked the penalty with his theatrics. Finally, some common sense in there.
Yeah, no idea what the bunker was doing there, but that was never a penalty. You know what we need, Breno? Ebenezer good. Remember Ebenezer good. Naughty.
Oh, yes, very naughty.
Naughty. We need that little audio grab when you play your naughty corner.
Okay.
That's all we
I'll
need.
work on that next week.
Ebenezer
Yeah.
good. Easy good. Yeah. But a couple of soft ones, but not much to deal with one match suspension, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, except Cowboys missing 2 players. Anyway.
Yep.
All right, let's go and see what PJ's got for us this week.
Okay. PJ's tip of the week.
It's very nice. Very nice. So if you followed my tips last week, you would have got 3 out of 3. I got the margins wrong, so you didn't get your multi up if you put the margins on, but you would have had the Storm, the Raiders, and the Bulldogs. They just all won 13 plus when I said bloody 1 to 12. Thank you very much. So this week, you ready? Here's a winner. Manly, 13 plus. That's right, DCE in for Manly this week. They will win 13 plus. Roosters 1 to 12. I'm hoping the Newcastle Knights win, but I've tipped Roosters 1 to 12. Roosters 1 to 12 in the second match, and then finally the Bulldogs 13 plus over the Bunnies. I'm hoping that's a Bunnies win, but we're probably not got the troops in there to get that result done. So Manly 13 plus, Roosters 1 to 12, Bulldogs 13 plus. Put your bloody house on it because it probably won't happen. Don't do that. Gamble responsibly.
PJ's tip of the week.
Oh, I love Mr. Mackey.
Okay. Oh, there he is again.
Gamble responsibly, okay?
Nice house, PJ. Nice house.
That kind of sort of doesn't look like my house. So it's a cool house. I'm all for it.
All right, that's it.
So what are you looking forward to most this weekend, Breno?
Well, obviously the Knights game. I'm a little bit more excited now that they've turned up for a game, but I'll probably switch off again. They're due to switch off again, but.
Are you heading out to the match on 5:30? It's not the late game, so you got the early time slot, right?
Yeah, I don't finish till 5, so
I'll
be sitting watching it though. But yeah, it's probably just a bit cold. Watch on the big screen. Down the pub.
Skillies, I know you.
That's it. We lining the skillies up on the chat. I'll be on the chat. I'll send you as a photo.
You'd be like, drive me home. No, that's all right.
Take me drunk, I'm home.
Take me drunk, I'm home. Exactly. I enjoy that, mate. I've got, unfortunately, I'm going to miss the Bunnies match this week. First time now I've missed all year. But my daughters play in a State Cup soccer match at the same time.
Oh, good luck.
So I will be watching 2 screens at the same time: live screen and the mobile screen. So
nice work.
Yeah.
I hope they go well.
Yep. Thank you. And I hope your team goes well. Let us know in the comments what you think. And we will see you in the live chat tomorrow night for the Sharks up against the Dragons. That's going to be the match of the round and an absolute cracker. See you then.
See you guys. Good night. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning to another action-packed episode of NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out all of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 action on our Facebook group page. Come and join the chat. Goodbye.